So here is, that's where the water has to come down. There's a whole place there where it comes down, and hang on, I gotta take this PPE off. Okay, so, alright. There's a sump pump over here. The water flows up into there, into the house when it rains, because there's a whole bunch of houses they built up there. They blasted the rocks to do it. And now what happens is the pine straw flows down in here, and it clogs up the pump, and it clogs up the pipes, and the sediment as well comes down all around. This is choking me. Hang on a second. Okay, so this I dug out from that trench there mostly, and also at the end there. And so the yard layout is like this. That's the neighbor, and then you got around that silt fence, which is to hold the pine straw from flooding and invading all this stuff right now. But even now, when it rains, it'll fill in a little bit. Now this is still pretty good. This is bedrock here. I'm gonna use this this thing that I made here to filter out the gravel, clean out the gravel that I'm getting. This is what I'm gonna put on top. That's gonna be the surface of the drain. It's gonna be like a 1.5 feet maybe wide. And then I'll either close it off here, or maybe I'll go further. Probably not, that's extra work. That's way too much. So I'll probably come out from this angle here and just put like a tray of this gravel on the very top. And then on the underneath will be this drilled out with 1/2-inch holes as a French drain. And then it'll have either a clean out, or it'll have that 2-inch piece going under there. I made another video about that. So yeah, and then this part here is just a French drain that's going to be a 3-inch wide, and it's just going to take extra water out. And that big drain, I don't even know where it is. It's probably in the shed. But that's going to go here. And this is what I want to make the video about. It's this bedrock here, and it's bedrock. I mean, even if it's a boulder, and this thing's not even enough to do it. So I got a big 72-inch bar coming. And it's gonna help me break through all this stuff, because it's going all the way down, and I gotta do over there as well. So it's a much bigger job than it seems. I do have some decent tools, but they're not everything I'd like. I'd like an excavator and a trencher and things like that that could just cut through solid rock, but I don't have that. Let's see how it looks over here. So this is where I put the pipe through. You can see there, and there's the hole. So what I'm doing is, yeah, you can hear the dirt in there. I gotta flush that out. Now the idea is, once I flush it out, it's not gonna take more dirt in and get clogged up because of this basin, this 12 by 12. Where is it? Here it is, with a grate on top like this. So it's gonna be close to the surface, and it's going to keep a lot of sediment from entering, because the sediment will flow down, and natural gravity, gravity will take the heavy stuff down. The water will be on the top, because rocks are heavier than water, obviously, and even the basin will catch some, and that will be a catchment that can be cleaned out. So the idea here is, I need to get enough slope, and I need to lower that. That's the careful thing. This has to be a very good slope, because I want the water to just rush right through, so that if the pump fails, or if there's a power outage, the water will flow from wherever it comes, that way or that way, or just through here, or even from the roof. Doesn't matter. It could flood this area, and it would still flow out through that little hole there into this tray that I said. I'm going to build a tray here out of 10-inch high plastic grass and gravel separator. And inside of that, inside of drainage rock and inside of sand, wrapped in non-woven geotextile, will be my trench. And yeah, I'll widen these out. This is a rough cut. See, the reason it's offset, by the way, is because the box is going to be angled in, and then it's going to come out more. So, but that's not a big deal. That it's kind of soft there, but then it gets to bedrock. So this is all still just figuring out how to best deal with this slope, because here seems to be the same height as over there, and the soil is just too high. It's higher than than the height over there. So when your soil is higher over there than your slab is, I don't know if you can see that. You see how it's lower? So what I need to do is really get that lower and then seal it up nice. Right, so this is the front of the house. And what happens is there's a slope here, very good slope. That's a T exit. And so I'm just gonna probably replace that 3-inch with a 4-inch. I'll probably have to. And here's the drain coming out. This is the other side of the shed. And this, I found a hole, and yeah, it looks like it's cleaning out pretty good. But there's the Verizon line there. Where's that? Okay, so it's buried there, and yeah, it's weird how they didn't really do a very good job. But yeah, looks like the water is flowing right there. And let's see if there's any soggy water. It's not too bad. It's actually, I'm glad that it's like that. But I probably need to go lower, and then I'll have to dig. This is actually a rock that I put there, so I know my level's good. But this is a pipe here. That's the pipe where the 1.5 expands out into the 3. That's where it becomes a 3 right here. It's an expansion. And then it just goes along its way. Then it does a slight 22 and then a 22 and all that. So yeah, it's amazing how much dirt must have come out through the pipe. And yeah, look at that. That looks pretty clean. Because I thought it would get jammed up. But this is actually cleaning out nice. That means the water flow is adequate to clean it. And that is just amazing. That is awesome. I didn't even clean that out. So that's what I wanted. That was what I was going for, was a natural, self-cleaning, smooth bore type of a pipe instead of the corrugated, which would clog up all that stuff. And it seems like it might just work. Maybe even without having to dig all this out. Now it's a 2-step process, so I may not even go there. I've got gas here, I've got Verizon, and electric, everything's here. So I'd have to call the utilities to mark off where everything is, but it's a pretty straightforward job. It's probably just gonna turn back around here and like a 22.5. They took that bend over here just to probably stay on the property, I guess, maybe. Anyway, this is the layout. The layout is where it's a big hill over here, and there's a big underground sewer coming out under here. Look how big this thing is. There's a big, massive, looks like 2-foot wide tunnel here. And then it goes across over there, and then back out, and then it turns into an open riprap channel, and then kind of, just an open ditch.